Yeah, so I got one today from my roofers out in Phoenix. I spoke with the branch manager at a pipe supplying company. He's been there about a year, and since he's been there, no one's really came out for any repairs or inspections, so wants us to come out there to make an introduction and check things out for him.
I got an appointment today for my Colorado HVAC client. I originally spoke to the maintenance director at an assisted living facility 3 months ago. He let me know that they do have a contract in place, but they always take at least 3 bids when their contract's nearing an end. I followed up with him today, and he let me know that he's going out of town this week, but if we wanted to stop by on Monday, he'd be there to show us around. So I set up that appointment for Monday at 2 p.m. for preventative maintenance.
Got one for my guy in Texas today. We're going out to a college to pitch preventative maintenance. We're going to be talking about all their different facilities, seeing how we can operate for them, save them some money.
Got a solid appointment today for my Virginia Beach client. Been following the KDM for a while. Finally got a hold of him. It's 350,000 square foot complex with TPO roof. There was a specific unit that was causing sparking issues, so they had a specific request for a fire retardant type membrane. It was kind of tricky. Turns out we can do it, so finally set the appointment, sent them out. Should be a really good one. Looking forward to that one.
I got one this afternoon for my client in Pennsylvania. I was with a marketing agency. I talked with the IT director back in April. I've been chasing him down ever since. So I walked back from lunch to a nice email appointment. We got something set up for a couple weeks from now. It's about 52 users. They're looking for some additional support, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, sales team 8's doing pretty good. Will's got a meeting confirmed. I got 2 this morning, both for my client out in New Jersey. Both roofing appointments. First one, 5 buildings, over 140,000 square foot of roof space. They have a bunch of issues going on, so we're going to tour the facility next week, Thursday, and give a quote for any issues or estimates they might need. The second one is a big warehouse, 100,000 square feet even. We're going to go out there next week. Both were no interest, so I'm happy I got them tracked down before the end of the month. And also got like $350,000 of proposals out for United Projects last week, so that happened on Friday, so it was a pretty good day for them. Madison, you got anything cooking today?
I hopefully have 2 appointments by the end of the day. I have 2 really good worm leads. I'm going to call them back. So, yes, we'll get 2 appointments, if not 3.
Yep. And then Will, you got anything? I know Will's got some good news coming
Yeah, I just got some pretty good meetings confirmed for the rest of the week. Got one rescheduled for next week, and Cloudable got a verbal confirmation on like a $2,400 monthly recurring IT management contract. So we're just waiting to see that get signed. Hopefully it should be in the next couple days. But yeah, should be on the lookout for that.
So I got transferred to, I think it was, I don't even know, but somebody higher up, and they were just saying like that they just started with a new company and that they weren't really, sure about how they're gonna work out, but they said they took down my number and said to like call back in about a year to check on them, see how they like it and stuff like that.
I had a pretty solid morning this morning. A lot of no-shows have been rebooked with prospects that are still interested about hearing our services. We understand things come up, people's calendars get busy, so it's always essential to get those back on. You can get them some quotes, some competitive comparisons, but we're all having a pretty productive morning here. I know Ross got some big news for a verbal from a local law firm. There's a guy out in, well, I guess I won't say it out loud on the video, but yeah, we're having some good conversations. I myself just rescheduled 4 meetings for my client in Nashville, so pretty solid start this morning. We're expecting some first-time appointments after lunch, and we're going to come back swinging, so pretty good one.
Yeah, so the partner of a law firm got back to me. They were wanting to go ahead and move forward with us, so we got it scheduled. So we're going to meet with them on site to look at first steps as far as onboarding.
My client in Wisconsin just got a verbal commitment for a project proposal. It's kind of a situation where like he's going to do 1 project and probably 2 projects within the next month or so, and then he's thinking like he can kind of parlay into managed services. So he's going to go do a network assessment so we can get him an accurate quote, and then it should close pretty soon.
Just doing some reschedule stuff like that. We're on pace though. Ryan's got a really good one. He's on the phone, but it was like just under 300,000 square foot manufacturer building. We had been in contact over the last month or so. Sounds really promising. Looking to do some sectional re-roofs. And then Dillon, you got one today, right?
Yep, got one with cleaner in Florida. I spoke with the property manager at this complex probably around 7 months ago. Been working this lead for a while. Finally got a hold of the regional property manager. She oversees around 6 to 7 properties out there, and gave me a specific property that she'd be open to getting a clean quote for.
Keep at it this afternoon, close out the month strong.
We got one that's come today. Mark is there to snag it, but we got some momentum going into the afternoon. Danny's starting his first day here, making some partner calls, so he's getting the swing of things. I think we're going to get him into IT in the afternoon. Me, I'm trying to snag one more for our client in Houston, give me the cycle, but March, you want to talk about that one appointment you had?
My client in Florida, it was an apartment complex that hasn't had their annual inspection yet. They don't have anybody lined up for it, so our guys are going to go out and do their inspection.
I'm really grinding for my clients that need some appointments, so I'm thinking probably 2 this afternoon for my client that's in Alabama, but I know we've got a couple on the board. This guy over here's got one for sure.
Yeah, I got a pretty good one today. It was for my St. Louis MSP client. It was with the local engineering firm. It was a warm lead from last week. Spoke with the CEO. He told me to talk to the IT manager. Told me to send over an email. Sent it over. He CC'd the IT manager. Didn't get a response, so I called him today. Said their current IT company offers them a lack of control on EDR and also antivirus. So we're going to meet with them this Wednesday.
I had a client meeting, went over some of the past proposals. We'll be calling mainly for Florida and Seattle this afternoon, trying to grab one for them and get them to green.
Yeah, I spent some time catching up on dials this morning. Been building a little bit for my client out in Philly. Hoping to get one for him this afternoon.
I got an appointment today for my Denver HVAC client. It was an assisted living facility, about 35,000 square feet. I spoke to the maintenance director about 3 months ago. He let me know that they do have a contract and that the timing wasn't really the best. Followed up with him today. He said he's going out of town this week, but if we wanted to stop by on Monday, we can drop off some numbers for PM. So set that up for Monday afternoon at 2 p.m.
I'll call my shot for my medical client. I'm feeling due for another appointment or 2.
Yeah, I'll call my shot for my Phoenix roofer. Got one more to go green today, so I'm going to snag that later today.
The main focus has been getting Teddy on board as our newest team member. But Bone Break definitely had one this morning, so let's hear from Bone Break on what he got.
Called a property management company in Alabama. Spoke with the guy that oversees all the maintenance. We have an issue at one of the properties. We're going to be going out later this week to bid on repairs.
Got an update on a proposal in Central PA. Sounds like contract is going to finance to get finalized for a 298K deal.
So we're near the end of the month here. I think Blake and Mason, they need 4 more to the end of the month, and then Eddie and the HQ, the rest of the STRs, they needed 6 now because Eddie has a 3-piece already this morning. So it would make sense to kick it off. Mace, take that call.
This guy was IT in, I was calling about his branch location in Portland, or in Portland, Maine, but it turns out that's taken. His HQ is actually in Dover, so I pivoted. He was interested, especially with the new guarantees that we put out. The second one I set was a roofer.
Great. What else, man? What other questions?
Roofing was my second one. I don't know. I'm frazzled. I don't know. I got 3 on them.
What about the third one?
That was the one. I pivoted. He seemed really interested.
Cool.
He's been spending a lot of money on SEO and Google Ads.
How's that been going?
He said it's working really well, but he said like sales is like where his focus is on the company right now. So he's like, it's something to talk about.
Nice. Blake, you're on the board. What do you got?
Yeah, I talked to. He's a roofer. Roofing. He was actually plugged in here in Bloomington, Illinois. So I was talking to him. He's like, I'm not in Bloomington. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, that's what your website says too. So we talked, and he was like, well, I'm in Atlanta. So I was like, oh, well, we actually got, I was like, well, we're market exclusive over here, so I mean, I can't really work with you in Atlanta. I was like, do you service anywhere else over there? I was like, yeah, I service everywhere in Georgia. So I was like, yeah, I was like, perfect. So, I mean, I brought up our guarantees, case studies, and then we set it up for today at 3. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was a pretty good call. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, there's another guy I'm working on too. He was actually in a meeting at the time, but he's in a meeting talking about his budget, and he's looking into us right now. So should be hearing a call back from him today.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's all I got. I mean, we got to keep fighting the good fight here. We're close. We're close. We probably take a team effort to get us there, but I think we'll get there. So keep fighting, scratching, clawing. We'll come really close. What about you?
Fighting a good fight.
That's it.
That's it.
Have a good lunch.
This morning I did a lot of social media, so I got all of Cayman Associates social media planned out for the week and into next week a little bit. Same thing with Black Pines IT. So I still have Shaffer Beacon to do for the week, and I'll be working on that after lunch, and then back to updating Shaffer Beacon's site one last time before I send it to him for a review. See what he thinks of the new site and the new design. So that's it for me today.
Yeah, Lauren and I hopped on a meeting with a company called Bright Local this morning. It's a pretty solid listing management tool for our clients. The pricing seemed pretty good, so pretty excited to present that to Aaron, see what he thinks. Did some social media this morning for some of our IT clients, and then working on PCE's website, which I hope this is the final draft and we can finally get it published.
With the import data tool, right now you can only add new records per object. So now I'm adding the ability to update existing records by either name or ID, or also the option to add new or update existing records if it does have an ID.
So I'll be creating posts about Maryville, CMO, as well as available BDRs, and then client reviews and testimonials. A new thing I'm doing too is making posts about Brigham, and always been doing for our CRM. So that's really exciting. And then I'll be working on my client's social media for next month as well after I'm done with ours. And then I'll be looking into what Balto's been doing for us as well with the CRM, or not the CRM, but the grading, and then make sure everything looks good, and then eventually finalizing that at some point. And then after all that, just grading calls.
I had a meeting with Balto. I have one every month with them just as like a recap, and looking at adding more grading possibilities for Natalie. So spoke with him this morning regarding what that would look like and getting some legacy pricing on that as well. And then I got the go-ahead for a client that wanted to do the autopilot email campaign, so I'll be working on that. Should have it be able to go live this afternoon. I've already got the bulk of it done. I just need to confirm that the DNS settings are in there correctly. Then I have another client who wanted this done like 2 months ago, but haven't got back to me, and they're one that I need their approval on. So just got an email from them today as well. I need to call them and make sure that we're all good to go. So that's what I'm working on. Payroll is going to be finalized today by the end of the day with me and Laura, so I'm going to be working on that. And then any other kind of miscellaneous things that come along my way, as they always do.
I have a couple projects. I'm getting some quotes on some landscaping work that Erin wants done, so I've gone back and forth with her on that. Fire protection, they're going to come out and do some backflow, so I had to fill out some forms for that. I did that. And then picked up all of the Shark Week stuff and got that tidied up. And then basically housekeeping, Monday housekeeping. That's what I got. Perfect.
Got one from my client out in Toledo today. It's with a manufacturer, about 125 users, 3 servers, 2 locations. Wants to hear kind of what it looks like to partner with us in a co-managed setting, as well as our cybersecurity assessment. So should be a really good one for my client next week.
Got 2 appointments today, both for MSP clients. First one is for my client here in St. Louis. It's with a local engineering firm. Originally spoke with the CEO, pointing me in the direction of the IT manager. Got him on the phone today, said they work with the company currently. They have issues with a lack of control from their current MSP. They can't control their antivirus or their EDR, so we're going to meet with them this week. It's 100 users, and then other ones from my IT client in Seattle with a local consulting firm. It's about 12 users. Spoke with the president. Going to meet with them next Wednesday.
Just got a good appointment set with our roofing client out in Salt Lake City. It's a storage unit that's about 90,000 feet. We're going out there to quote on repairs, and it's set for 10 a.m. next Friday.
Got one for my cleaner in Florida. I spoke with the property manager at a local apartment complex / condo facility, and it took around 6-7 months for us to get around to the point of speaking with the regional property manager, who then gave us a go-ahead and said it was a great time to go out. So we're meeting with the regional property manager for terms.
I got 2 appointments for my client out in New Jersey this morning. The first one is with a box company. Spoke with the maintenance director over there. He told me they had a 100,000 square foot roof. They have metal, shingle, and EPDM roofing material. We're going to go out there next Friday, the 8th, give them a quote for any repairs they need. They said they have active leaks, so it should be a pretty good one. Second one is with a 140,000 square foot metal manufacturer. We're going to go out there, not next Thursday, the following Thursday, give them a quote. We're going to do a tour of the facility. They want a quote for preventative maintenance along with any repairs they need now, so should be a pretty good one for my guys out in New Jersey that day.